Thomas Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury, murdered inside his own cathedral after resisting a king's control of the church. But he did not begin as the king's enemy. He began as Henry II's brilliant chancellor, trusted friend, and right hand. Becket knew royal power from the inside. He carried the seal, organized the king's business, dressed with the splendor of court, and served Henry's interests with relentless skill. The king saw loyalty he believed he owned. In 1162, Henry made his friend Archbishop of Canterbury. The plan seemed perfect: place the king's man over the English church, then draw its courts and authority beneath the crown. But office placed a different duty on Becket. The chancellor's chain came off. The archbishop's burden went on. When Henry pressed legal reforms that Becket believed violated the church's freedom, friendship became collision. Becket would not treat sacred office as the property of a ruler. Pressure tightened, royal accusations, councils, threats, confiscation. Becket fled across the Channel and spent years in exile. He lost the palace, the friendship, and the protection that power had once given him. In 1170, a compromise brought him home. Crowds met him, but the peace was thin. The conflict reignited over churchmen who had crowned Henry's son while the archbishop was absent. In Normandy, Henry erupted in rage against the archbishop. He did not leave a written murder order. 4 knights heard the fury, crossed the sea, and rode to Canterbury to force Becket into submission. On December 29th, as evening worship began, the knights entered the cathedral. They demanded surrender. Becket refused to let armed men turn the altar into the king's courtroom. Steel answered conviction. His death shocked Europe. Within 3 years, Becket was canonized, and the tomb of the man power tried to silence became one of Christendom's great pilgrimage sites. The king's rage lasted a night. The witness outlived the throne. We ought to obey God rather than men. Acts 5:29, King James Version. Thomas Becket's story is not permission for pride. It is a warning. When power demands ownership of conscience, a Christian must know whom he serves.